How do you learn something new? How do you learn? How do you obtain knowledge? How do you acquire new skills? I was thinking about this. What would be the easiest way to learn something new? And from my experience, I think the easiest way to do it is to make it effortless. In other words, it doesn't feel like effort. It doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like study. It doesn't feel like you're trying hard. And if you can make something into that state of, if you feel like you're not trying hard to obtain some knowledge and skills, it becomes easier to learn it. And I learned English around 16 years old. It was a little late. And before then, I only knew yes and no. That's all I could say, right? Yes and no. And I could not hear and understand what the other people were saying. But the way I learn English is to kind of integrate it into my life. I changed my phone settings to English. I started listening English songs from English spoken countries, UK, USA, Canada, and other parts of the world, New Zealand, Australia. And the moment I decided to kind of not put full effort into taking lectures, it became so much easier. And when I saw people struggling to learn English, I just think like, why are you trying so hard? Is it sustainable? Can you do that and put the same effort for 10, 20, 30 years for the rest of your life? And I think you could if you're really disciplined and you have, if you're giving yourself motivation to do this. If there's greater value that you get out of this effort that you're putting in to learn something new, knowledge, skills, and maybe you can, but for most people, I think it's really hard, especially when it comes to like learning languages. It takes years. It's not like you do Duolingo for 2 years and you're perfect. I don't think that's the case at all. And there's like super geniuses on the internet. They can speak 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different languages with perfect pronunciations. But I think that's just them. And not only languages, but when you learn something new, if you're passionate about it, you don't have to think about how you're going to do it, because all you want to do is that. Like skiing, I like skiing and snowboarding, and I didn't really think of how I'm going to learn it. I just did, I just kind of figured it out in doing. I didn't plan it beforehand. First, I'm going to learn this, and then after that, I'm going to learn this, and after I'm able to do this, I'm going to do this. I didn't do that. So when it's something you're really passionate about, like hobbies and stuff, I don't think there's any problem. Like when it comes to things that's like mixed feelings, you like this subject, but you wouldn't take a lecture. You wouldn't go to school to learn this. that's when you want to make it into effortless effort. Sounds weird. Effortless effort. I think it's the way you do it is to make a system around you that your brain starts to learn automatically. You don't consciously learn it, but unconsciously on the back of your brain, on the background, you're learning. Your brain is adapting. And to make the environment suited to achieve one thing. And I think making and focusing on few things is more efficient and effective. And I think it's a common sense. If you put more hours into fewer things, you're gonna get those done faster compared to spreading yourself wide and doing hundreds of things at once. I think you're gonna take more time. It takes more time to achieve that thing. And I was circulating the idea of this. And as I said, I'm only repeating the same thing, so I'm gonna keep this video. I'm gonna stop talking. But to build a system around you, implementing things and elements of the thing you're focusing on into daily lives. In learning languages, I think one of the ways to do it is to kind of live in a country where people only speak that language. Or you kind of play, I don't know, news podcasts in your room, and you're not actively listening to it. You're like, oh, I hear this word, I hear that word. And letting your brain do the job for you. And I think that's where the effortless effort comes from. Just I hope it helps someone that is struggling to do the thing that you have to do. And I think the key is discipline is important and motivation helps. And passion helps, definitely. The purpose helps. But I think to make it sustainable, I think building a system around you in your environment is effortless. You don't have to try. So that's something I learned from learning a language. Here's my dog here. Yeah, what are you doing? He's wondering why I'm staring at the computer screen and talking to nobody. What? Well, that's it for today, and hope you have a good day.